Let's take a look at what is happening in the markets, and we start off with how the JSE is doing. Starting off on a green note on this Monday, and of course getting a mostly positive handover from the Asian markets. This as we saw Chinese authorities pledging more proactive stimulus and also looser monetary policy to stimulate that economy in China. So looking at how the JSE has performed, the all share climbing more than 0.8%. Of course, that largely coming from the resources 10 complex. They're surging more than 3.5%. Also having the financial 15 participating in that positive trading. They're up almost 0.4%. Industrial 25, there with an uptick of 0.1%. Let's take a look at what is happening with the U.S. markets, and on that front, investors still digesting the November non-farm payrolls that surprised to the upside on Friday. Of course, we're also awaiting key inflation data for November. The CPI they're coming out on Wednesday, but we are seeing those markets trading in the red slightly today. S&P 500 leading those losses, declining by almost 0.25%. Tech heavy Nasdaq down by almost 0.1%, and the Dow relatively flat, just 0.04% below that flat line. Let's take a look at what is happening with the markets across the Atlantic, and we are seeing positive momentum there as we are seeing those markets buoyed by the mining and luxury stocks listed there in Europe. The FTSE 100 climbing more than 0.7%. The CAC 40 there advancing more than 1%, and the DAX 0.03% above the flat line. Let's take a look at what is happening on the currency scene, and we start off with how the Rand is doing against some of the major currencies. Good news that we are seeing there on the Rand just below 17 Rand 80 against the US dollar. We haven't seen that in a while. Of course, for the longest time it was trading above 18 Rand against that currency. Against the pound at 22 Rand 71, and against the euro at 18 Rand 79. Let's take a look at how the other currency pairs are doing, starting off with the euro dollar at 1.05, pound dollar at 1.27, and the yen just above 151 against the US dollar.